trenches. It's no difference. Fourth and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, they make a profit on top.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the New York Giants and the Seattle Seahawks. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And some room to roam now. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll go to Barkley again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. His pass into the hands of Bellinger. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Barkley. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. They'll run here with a rookie second-round pick, Kenneth Walker. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Bellinger hauls it in out left side. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Throwing, Jones. Another pass complete to Bellinger. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now Jones. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
It's Barkley on the counter. He'll take it inside the 25.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2nd and 8. Again, it's Barkley. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Well, this drive, they're perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Here's a sneak with Jones. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Jones keeping it on the sneak. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. Daniel Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Gano the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0.
Next to score, Giants 10, Seahawks nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Tay Crowder able to make the play. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. From the 50, it's Smith. That's complete to Cobb. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Okay, and 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Now Geno. And this is going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run it again with Barkley. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
This one goes underneath to Walker. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Walker, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ken Walker with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And leading 10-7, well, they may just want to get this to the locker room. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Jones on first down. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Let's go. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
That is smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly is told that you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but they're definitely opportunities now because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. They'll try for the first with Walker, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operated.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On the jump. 3 yards remain for second down.
Viking 18.
Smith. Returning right back to Lockett. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Walker now on 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Smith. Going right back to Fant. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on 3rd. Here's Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the 1st down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the gun, it's Walker. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized.
Ready, set.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go, set.
2nd and 5 now. Smith on the slant. It's Fant. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a fourth quarter lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Jones. Out route pass complete to Bellinger. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And he's got Vanette. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. Give Uchenna Nwosu the credit for the stuff.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Jones. On the slant, complete to Bellinger. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a first down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you disputed a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Oh, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Jones. And his throw here's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Smith now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
but no help there as they'll get to him at the 5. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Barkley inside handoff, but the defense on him quickly at the 6-yard line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Here's Jones. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And that disastrous play, partner, is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.